Hello, this is Lauren from Six Pack Abs for Me. I'm here to talk about the truth about six pack abs and how you too can discover how you can quickly and easily get results from your fitness training. I have a few things to talk about today about the truth about six pack abs and just what is it, what's in the material, how come it's been so successful on the internet, and how you can benefit from reading the material yourself. Now, the reason why we focus on the six-pack abs is primarily if you visualize someone walking down the beach in their swimmers, the first thing you really notice is that their abs area is well defined. It's a sign of fitness and it's a sign of good health and low body fat. So that's really why we've been focusing here on the six-pack abs. Now, there's a person over in the United States called Michael Geary. Now, he's a certified nutritional specialist and a certified personal trainer. So he's created this program, and what I'll do in this presentation is actually go through step by step and tell you a bit about the program and the benefits you could receive from downloading it. Now, what is the truth about six-pack abs? Well, primarily it's a downloadable 142-page ebook. Now, if you're not familiar with an ebook, it's actually a PDF format. Now, the Six-Pack Abs book is it's in-depth information on the correct foods that help you become leaner and meaner. For instance, there's 72 plus lean body meal ideas, and you've got Anatomy and Physiology 101 on how your body actually develops those beautiful abs. And a lot of training programs, descriptions, and useful pictures are included in the book. So there's 142 pages of detailed information, diet, what to eat, how to shop, what foods benefit your body's diet, and what foods that you should avoid. Well, first of all, what Mike Geary in his book, The Truth About Six-Pack Abs, does is actually goes through a process of obtaining your six-pack abs. Even if you might ask, I'm a woman, basically, does this work for me? Yes, it does. In fact, most of Michael's customers are women. I think there's about a 60% ratio. So, yeah, even though we talk about six-pack abs and it's often referenced as a masculine type of attribute, don't worry, the six-pack abs are actually quite helpful if you're a woman as well. So, in this slide, we're just having a look at setting your goals, full body exercise, eat proper foods, and develop your six-pack ab. So in setting your goals, you first decide how you want your body to look, right? So that's the important bit. You've got to have that burning desire, so you've got to get into the emotions of how you want to see your body. So there's many different ways in the book what Michael suggests how to achieve that, and set exacting goals. So what you want to do is say precisely how much you want to weigh, how you want to look in the mirror, how much body fat that you want to have after so many weeks. So you actually set exact goals, and this helps the body to realize that, hey, you want to change how you look and feel. All these processes are quite helpful in achieving your goal. So the final thing here is visualizing and feeling what you want to achieve, and that's really getting into the emotional and actually visualizing quite strongly how you want to have your six-pack abs. Now, Mike Geary emphasized full body workout, so even though this is focusing on the six-pack abs, primarily you want to enhance your metabolism, and the way to do that is through full body workouts. He goes through in the book, if you don't have a home gym or if you're not a member of a gym, actually you can actually do exercises using your own body weight and gravity basically. But it's also useful to have, say, a workout ball or some free weights, so you can actually start working on your core strength as well. So full body workouts create the right metabolic environment to reduce your body fat. So the truth about six-pack abs really does cater for whether you have access to a gym, whether you have gym equipment at home, or whether you're just relying on just your body weight. So he covers the full spectrum of exercises in his book. One of the most important aspects of the book that I found was the actual information on the diet, and just how nutrition is probably the most important part in achieving a six-pack when you're working at the gym and then trying to improve your strength. It's that nutrition is the final stage, so to speak. It's the plateau that you have to overcome to actually trim off the body fat to start seeing your results in your six-pack ab. So even though you're training hard, you're doing all sorts of fitness, you're doing martial arts, playing soccer, you're boxing and that. It's until you actually get on top of your diet that's when you start seeing the results. For instance, Mike, in his book, The Truth About Six-Pack Abs, will actually take you through how to shop. For instance, on the outside aisles of a shopping center, where you shop for your food, is primarily where you see the dairy products and the fresh fruit and vegetables, whereas the inner aisles are where all the processed foods are, where you see your biscuits and your processed chips and chocolates and all that. So he says in his book, even simply, watch how you shop in the outer aisles so you get the fresh produce. Avoid picking up the stuff that's processed with a lot of sugar and fructose. So to avoid choosing junk food or processed food, look for the fresh produce, the stuff that hasn't been touched by the manufacturers, that hasn't any processing done to it, any breaking down. Like white bread, for instance, has so much sugar in it, you'd just be so surprised just how much sugar you're putting into your body. Whereas if you get a whole grain bread, it's got a low GI and takes a little while for your system to digest it. So he goes through all that in the book, and it's quite useful information. So all of a sudden you'll start saying, wow, all this food that I've been eating, it's really not good for me. And Mike also emphasizes, educate yourself on all aspects of nutrition, what foods are good and what foods to avoid. It's a mindset change. He also talks about what happens when you eat certain foods, what happens to your blood sugar and your insulin levels, what carbs do to promote an insulin response. Mike also goes into detail about the glycemic index of foods, so what foods have a low GI. So Mike also talks about the glycemic index foods, which foods have low GI and which foods have high GI. Now you might say, well, I'm not really interested in that, but trust me, it's very important to learn a bit about the foods that you eat and what foods cause an insulin spike, which you want to try to avoid. And so how to develop six-pack abs, basically set your goals, visualize them into reality, do the full body exercises in the ebook, educate yourself on the proper foods to eat to trim off body fat, and start seeing some results. So what to do now? Visit the website www.sixpackabs4me. On that site you'll see that there's a trial program for 21 days, so you can actually trial the full program, download the book and start right away, and you have 21 days to evaluate the program whether you like it or not. There's a small fee for just handling basically, or you can just sign up and download the free ebook, which is Insider Secrets for a Lean Body. So you can download The Truth About Six-Pack Abs, the full version of the book. You have 21 days before you have to pay for this book, so you can sit down, read it, just try it out, start seeing some results before you actually have to pay any money. There's a second book, The Insider Secrets for a Lean Body, so you can try that. Just have a look and see what the content is, and see if you will get any value out of the full version. I would recommend download either book, start right now, don't wait to see if you feel any better next week. Start the program now. So finally, the checkoff list, how to get your six-pack abs. Number 1, visit the site www.sixpackabs4me. Number 2, enter your name and email address. And number 3, you can then download the Truth About Six-Pack Abs ebook, or you can download the free ebook Insider Secrets for a Lean Body. Number 4, start now.